Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. You probably recognize that guy.
Been here before?
He's been here before. He's kind of a big deal if you're in real estate investing, which hopefully you all are. This is my good friend Jerry Norton, and we're here in his hotel in Puerto Rico. And Jerry, thanks for sitting down and talking to me. It's been, what, 4 or 5 years since we met?
Yep.
4 years maybe since
4.
We did this deal on the hotel. And I know you've left the island. I think the gringo hate got to you and they chased you away. But it's okay. We still love you.
I still come back a lot.
You still come back a lot. Let's talk about how this has gone, because when I sold this hotel to you, it didn't look like this.
No, not at all. Yeah, it was a dilapidated building, vacant for years. Had a fire. Have you seen any of the footage of the fire? We have video of the from outside the fire.
Really?
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
I
a while
did not.
ago there. And so we bought this on creative finance terms.
Yeah. Yeah, we did all of the things that we both talk about all of the time, right? Like, you solved the problem for me, which was fabulous. I got to get rid of a partner in a property. I'm friends with my partner, but we didn't mesh well on this. We had different ideas. I wanted it to look like this, and he wanted it to look differently.
Yeah. And I'll never forget the day we closed on the exit where I paid you off and gave you $1 million check.
Yeah, that was nice.
That was
fun.
That was fun.
Yeah, $1 million checks are always fun, guys. If you can do it, why not?
It's more fun when you get the million than when you pay the $1 million.
It definitely is.
But it was cool to do that deal.
Yeah. And everything went well, so as a seller on seller financing, we had some crazy creative terms, like no payment for a year, and then just pay us some principal down for another year, and then it was going to go to an interest rate, and then if it had gone longer, it would have gone to a higher interest rate, and you were like, the heck with that, let's just pay you off. And I was like, great, let's pay me off. So you paid us off even early. Yeah. I think you had at least a year or more that you could have gone, maybe 2.
I believe you gave us a little discount too, I think, for an early payoff.
Yeah, I was all about getting that check.
It was great because we took 2 creative minds and worked together to find what would work for you, what would work for me. And that's really how a deal should go. Like everybody should win in a deal.
I hope you felt like you won. I certainly felt like we got out of it exactly what we wanted to get out of it. You did exactly what you said you would do. Yep. So if anybody wants to know if doing business with Jerry Norton is a good idea, I can completely tell you that my experience, everything he said he would do, he did, including build a beautiful hotel. Yeah,
and we put a lot of money into the hotel. Now, if you don't know, we did a tourism tax credit.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that too.
Which is, I probably wouldn't have had any interest in the project if it wasn't for that. So Puerto Rico, the tourism department here, to spur, economic growth in hospitality, they offer some really cool incentives, and we took advantage of one of those. It's really cool because what they do is they give you a 40% tax credit on your total capital investment. Right. And we were able to add in the purchase plus all the renovation plus a year of operating costs. We were able to add in interest on that we created.
On your loan, marketing budget.
The capital I brought in, we even put interest on that, included that into the total bucket.
You're always pushing the envelope a little bit.
and so we got a total of a $2.8 million tax credit.
So you got a tax credit basically for more than the purchase price.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
No, we covered, I've already refinanced out of my initial investment, got you paid off. Yep. Got back some capital, and now the rest of the tax credit that we'll get back most of that. I think I'll still have a little bit of cash into the project, but for the most part, we're getting back. The goal all along was to be totally in at 100% without any cash into the deal. Every investor would love that.
That's the dream.
Have a fully remodeled, self-functioning operating asset. Yep. Now, it took a while. Like you said, it's been a couple-year-long project. We did get our approval a couple of weeks ago for our tax credit from the Treasury. It was huge. That was like a big milestone. I had no idea. You've gone through them, or are you going through them?
I've gone through them. I'm going through them.
Okay.
And we talk about them all the time. And guys, you hear 40%, and it is great, and it really is. What you don't hear is what I think Jerry's about to allude to, is it's a hell of a lot of work.
Oh my gosh. They want basically an accounting report on every single dime you've spent. So like
to the penny.
Oh yeah,
every receipt.
If I went to Home Depot and we spent $1,000 on
Yep.
20 things, I got to have a separate document.
Line item. Yep.
So we have spreadsheets with links, and I mean, I've had full-time staff on creating this report, and we hired DECA, which they come in and they basically audit everything you're doing, so that way when you submit it to them, you're sort of foolproof is the idea. It's like an insurance policy.
Are you now in the AUP? The
We've submitted
audit?
our we've done the audit.
Yep.
So
Oh, you've done the audit.
we've done the audit.
And you passed the audit. And
Well, DECA's, we've done the report they want.
Okay.
And the idea here is when we hand it to them, it's exactly the way they want it.
Yeah.
And we should get a green light. Now, there is a remote chance they want to audit our AUP report, our reporting.
They are
but
definitely going to pick some things and say, what is this? What is that? What is it? No matter how good you do it, that's the way. I mean, we've
Yeah.
done it a couple times, and we're really good at keeping,
Yeah.
like you said, every line item, but they're still going to question you.
Yep.
And then you just go through it.
Yeah, we're ready
So,
though. Like
yeah.
whatever you want to know, we've got it because
Yep.
we're prepared for it. So then what happens is it's the credit's for 2.8 million, but it's transferable. So we don't need the credit, but a bank here is waiting in line to buy it
Right.
because they do. And
Right.
so you sell it then we're hoping to sell at 90 cents on the dollar.
I
Maybe-
think you can do better.
Maybe up to 94.
I've heard of people
Word on the
getting
street is-
94 to 96%
Okay.
recently. We got 92 cents on the dollar and netted. Maybe we got 93 cents on the dollar, netted about 91 cents.
'Cause you
on
paid
the
a broker
dollar.
to
'Cause,
sell
yeah,
it?
we paid
Yeah.
someone to sell it
So-
at the end. And the easiest part of this thing is selling that credit.
Oh,
Once-
yeah.
Once it comes into your portal, that was like 48 hours later, we had the cash.
Oh yeah, they're waiting in line to buy
They're
them.
waiting in
Yeah.
line to buy it. Yeah.
Now, we're selling all of it up front. Is that what you did?
Oh, well, so the last time we did it, we sold all of it at one time, but that was because we had actually gone the route of the 30% tax credit, which was supposed to be quicker, which is a lie, guys. Always go 40%.
Yeah.
It's not quicker. So we got all of the tax credits. It was like 4 years in, and so instead of tranches, they all showed up in our portal and we sold them at one time.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Because otherwise they release it over a couple years.
Right. Yeah,
And
they do it in thirds, like over 4 years to get to year one, and then a third,
Yeah.
and then a third, and then a third.
Right.
I mean, geez.
So
Yeah.
supposedly with our broker, he's got buyers waiting in line, and then they actually bid it out. Like highest paying
Yeah.
buyer gets it, and it makes sense. Like if you're paying, if you can buy it and save 10% on your tax
Yeah.
liability, then you'll. So we have that, and then we also have the broker fee of a couple percentages or
Right.
whatever. I think it's
That's right.
4 maybe. So I'm hoping to get anywhere from 2.2 to 2.4 in cash,
in the
from
bank.
selling it.
And then you can use that to pay down debt, pay yourself
Yeah.
back, investors if you have them,
Yeah.
whatever. And it basically can become part of your cash flow.
Yeah.
And then if you want to sell the building down the road, there are still goodies that they get from Act 60.
Yeah.
They don't, unless they do a significant renovation, get another 40%, but they can get the 4 cents or 4% on the income through the property. I don't think you pay
On the
the
profit.
top level property taxes.
Yeah, because we're also opportunity zone.
Oh, yeah, okay.
you can get that
Is
too.
that your plan then? Are you gonna keep this thing, if you keep it for 10 years, then you can sell it and you get zero capital gains too?
I don't think I'll stay in it that long. What I need to do, here's kind of the play right now, and of course, like you, everything's for sale. Make me an offer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, you wanna buy a hotel?
It's for sale. Everything's for sale. But I'm not fully optimized. Like this space we're in right now is our event center. We really need to get this utilized more. We're not really bringing in the revenue we need to. We've got the rooftop we're not really utilizing. We redid the entire first floor when the restaurant left. We added 5 rooms there, but we got a little spot where we could do a deli or
Yeah.
something there.
It just looks incredible.
It turned out really well.
It's really, when you walk in it now, that's the way that it should have always been. I know there was a successful restaurant there, but as far as the way this building flows,
Yeah.
you hit it out of the park.
It was rough with the restaurant. They weren't real business friendly with us. We could not we could not get them to collaborate with us on
Yeah.
like bringing food to the rooms, any of that kind of thing.
That's a shame.
They weren't open on Mondays. They didn't do a dinner menu. I don't know. It was
Yeah.
And And we wanted to renew and keep them in there because I didn't want to have to go into that space. But I'm now looking back, I'm so glad we had them go.
Yeah.
And we turned that into 5 more rooms.
It just flows so much better. It looks the part now. I mean,
And
before you had a tiny little reception area.
Oh, it was tight.
Even walking in there this morning, I was like, I didn't even know this space was here.
You know what's great about it?
And it's 2 rooms. It's like 2
Right.
rentable rooms. It's huge.
We added 2 ADA wheelchair rooms, which the Puerto Rico loves us for that. They're really happy about that.
And guys, when you're doing a hotel, and I've done this several times, and I think Jerry learned this too, the revenue you get from the nightly rate on the room almost always is better than any other
Anything
revenue
else.
you can get. The restaurants don't pay as well. Even this event space, except this is a great event space, but the room rate that you get is really your driver in the hotels. That's where the money is made.
Demand's high here, and if you can keep a 60 to 70% occupancy on your rooms with a decent average daily rate, you're going to kill it.
Yeah.
Like that. If you think about that first floor, if we have 5 rooms, go $170 a night ADR, and a 65% occupancy.
Yeah, you're $10,000 a month there.
You're never going to make that
and you can't rent the restaurant for $10,000 a month.
There's nothing you could do with that space that'll make that much money.
Right.
So,
That's right. So
looking back now, I wish that we would have just added more rooms up here. Just put 3 or 4 more rooms up here with a hallway, and I think that would have been. But we were trying to make this more of a multi-use space, and so. But I think now if we could do, like, we're talking about a wellness center up here with like cold plunge and massage and hormone things, and
I think that would be a great
really
value add for the guests, and people would come just to go to that. I'd come.
We'd get foot traffic and guests. So
I would come for sure. Let's talk about how Act 60 impacts the island, because I think it gets a bad rap. And you came and you did the export services. I don't know if you did the personal capital gains part of it, which was former Act
2022. Yeah.
But then you did this hotel.
Yeah.
And now you've left the island, so you're no longer getting 4% corporate tax on your.
I cry about it every night.
It's terrible, right? But you moved to a good place that's not like California or something where they take all of your money. I think what I want to get to is that as you've left the island, you leave a hotel that's actively running. Mm-hmm. How many employees do you have for a building like this?
We have our front desk office people. We have cleaners, right? We employ laundry service. I mean, we have contractors that do maintenance.
Yeah.
We bring a lot of employment to the area from this hotel.
I think that was my point, is like we get this, there's a bad rap for Act 60, and is that people come to the island and they're not creating jobs, but that's not the truth. And certainly you've done an excellent job. And this is a 25-room hotel, so it's not like 2 people run this place.
No, and we have a lot of local patrons, customers. We have a lot of Puerto Rican customers that come here. You know, we have out of state, obviously, because they come for cruises and off the island people. But, you know, I think about the whole incentive, Robbie, and I don't know about everybody else, but me personally, I did exactly what it was intended to do. You know, I bought a primary residence. I bought and invested in other projects and properties in Palmas del Mar, where I was at. Fixing up and selling houses, you know, investing. I bought my vehicles here. We were all in. Brought my family.
And you lived here. You weren't. You weren't one day over half a year. You were like on this island.
We did the real thing. We came here, brought everything here. I hired employees over there where we lived. Right, local people that we did a lot of stuff over there. Here, we hired all local contractors. We didn't bring anybody from out of state. All local materials. Our windows and everything in the hotel was all local, outsourced, and that was the incentive. Is supposed to bring that economic growth to the island. Guys like me I came from Arizona, come here and bring my money, invest here, help with jobs, help with the economy. And that's what it's for. And so, I mean, I did exactly what it was intended to do.
What people fail to see is that an investment in a building like this, it's not just that you buy it for $2.5, $3 million. You invest another $2.5 or $3 million. Now we're talking about $6 million, and it may be over time going to be a $10+ million effect on the economy. And that's not even counting how the money circulates back in town. Like that money is invested here. And this is a small island.
Yeah.
And it goes around and stays in the pockets, like you said, of the local hardware store. And even today, when you're doing supplies and you're outsourcing laundry and all of that stuff, that really does that's a good deal for the economy.
Adds up. And think about it. This was an empty building sitting here, and now it's this thriving, beautiful hotel.
Correct.
It really is nice.
And it's so really beautiful.
The whole neighborhood loves us because of what we've done here. And I feel like, man, I went there. Yeah, I went there for tax incentives, but I left a good footprint. Like I feel like leaving the island after we were here 4 years, I feel good about the impact I had here and the difference I made in what I've done.
I feel good about your impact too. I think you did it all right, and you have left the island better than you found it. In several different ways. And I think you put a spotlight on Puerto Rico that attracted more people to come here because you are kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
You do have some influence on some people.
Yeah, I'm loud on social and on YouTube and stuff. So I think I brought a ton of awareness.
I think you did too.
To the island. I mean, I know people that directly came because they learned about it from me, and you do a good job of that too, helping people see the opportunity here. The unfortunate part is that minority that doesn't really see that value, they're also very loud. And I mean, even on this video, you'll see a lot of, wait till it's been out for 30 days and go to the comment section, and you'll see a lot of people that don't feel the same way.
Yeah.
That are really disgruntled or feel resentful about it or don't recognize the value that something like this does or what I've done or what you've done.
That's why I wanted to have the conversation, because I want to talk about the employees, the jobs you create, the amount of money that gets into this tornado in the economy, right?
Yeah.
It keeps circulating and circulating, so it's really good. What's next for you now, Jerry Norton?
Well, right now we're currently building a luxury home in Palmas del Mar on the east side of the island. We're hoping to finish that in 3 or 4 months. We pre-listed it with our renditions. We have it at $8.4 million.
Wow.
And again, that's another project where we've invested millions of dollars, and it's providing jobs. It's all local labor. We did not bring in any outside labor. It's all local.
And it's a big house too, so you're not talking about a 3-man crew.
It's a 10,000 square foot house.
Yeah.
You know?
You probably have 30 guys working on that house at times during the day.
You know, Robbie, the last video I did about Puerto Rico, I remember one comment distinctly that said, you guys are coming here for the tax benefit and you're pushing Puerto Ricans out of their homes. And that couldn't be farther from the truth. I bought a vacant lot in a resort community. There's only one use for that dirt.
Right.
To build a big house.
To build a big house, yeah.
If I don't do it, then it sits there and grows weeds.
Right.
So I bought that from a Puerto Rican who gladly took my check because it cashed. Did not care what color my skin was or where I came from, right? It was for sale. Anybody could have bought it. If you don't like that I'm buying it, you buy it.
Yeah.
That's what I tell people. They're like, you're mad about me coming here. You call me a colonizer. It was for sale. You could have bought it.
Yeah.
You buy it then.
It was probably for sale for a long time.
It was sitting there forever. I bought it. I built this beautiful home. There's only one person that's going to buy that. It's someone that's a luxury buyer.
Yep.
And that's the intent of that neighborhood. That's the intent of that lot. That's the intent of the project I built.
Yep.
And I provided a ton of jobs in the process.
Yeah, and you're not displacing anybody. You're not causing the price in the west side of the island to go up because you built a mansion on the east side of the island.
I didn't impact affordable housing whatsoever.
You didn't touch anything to do with affordable housing.
And whoever buys that house from me is going to employ 5 more people.
Absolutely.
Landscapers, cleaners.
Forever.
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 Yeah.
That's right. That is awesome. I mean, that...
Contractors, all of it. It's providing jobs.
Absolutely. So, Jerry, I know you loved it here. You were all in, hunting lizards. You were doing the things. If every time I went to Palmas, I'd see Norton kids in a golf cart driving around, going to the beach, running around, having a blast.
Yeah.
What caused the move?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I absolutely loved it. I felt like I really got into the culture. I spoke Spanish fluently before, so I just immersed myself here. And I loved the beach. I loved the beauty. I loved exploring. We would do, day trips all over the island all the time. Mm-hmm. My kids thrived, I felt like. They did really well. We homeschooled before. We homeschooled while we were here. So they had an amazing experience. I mean, I don't regret 1 minute of the experience here. Unfortunately, my wife really missed home. She really missed the mainland. And the island here directly impacted her in a lot more ways than it did me. I mean, I worked from home and everything was great, but for her, shopping was a lot more challenging. Amazon, tutors for our kids, like all the things that are part of her daily life.
Right.
It's an island, and we're remote from the rest of everything. So when we would travel back home, you know, that was a lot. All the kids, airplanes, layovers. So it just felt for her, it just kind of wore on her, the back and forth a little bit when we would do that, and just being here away from all the comforts and things that she was used to back on the mainland. So, you know, it never was a forever thing. I was hoping that in 4 years I could convince her to make it forever. That was my hope and dream, was that she would eventually like want to stay longer. But, you know, I want her experience in life to be amazing too. And she said, Jerry, you know, the minimum requirement's 3 years if you're doing the Act 60. We stayed a whole nother year. We stayed 4. I actually did 5 tax years. So I actually got benefit for 5 years, and felt to me like a time machine with all the tax benefit, really, for me. But it was a wonderful experience, but it was time for the next thing.
And we move around a lot. Of moving anyway.
Oh yeah, we move around a lot. So we would have moved, I mean, we never stay in one spot for more than 4 or 5 years anyway.
Yeah.
So we move around a lot.
That's one of the complaints about my wife. She's like, I'll buy a house, we'll live in it for a while, it'll go up in value. I'll be like, we're going to make a bunch of money, we'll find the next one. And I'm constantly doing that.
It's the way of a real estate investor. Yeah. I mean, a real estate investor, especially if you're a flipper like you, a develop flip, you thrive on change and new and exciting things. And
that's a really good point. Some of the most lucrative times I've had in my life have been when I've moved to different areas. So, you know, start out in Florida, then expand. And when I did that, I blew up. And then when we came to Puerto Rico, it was the same thing. And so
I'm a big believer in every 3 to 5 years, move to a completely new place. You're going to have so much growth. It's like a reset. You get to start over.
You get to start all over, and you have a whole new set of things to look at that you weren't looking at before.
And
even for us, we moved to the west side of the island. Yeah. So that we'd see the west side of the island and
I bet you're having growth there. Yeah.
We're investing there. Yeah. We're doing our second or third flip there, and I've got a hotel over there. So
what I think happens when you move a lot is not only do you make new friends, learn new things, but you get to leave behind the old you that everybody knows. And when you go to the new place, nobody knows you. So you get to show up and be like, hey, this is who I am. And you don't have your old high school buddies going, no, you're not. I remember you.
Exactly.
You're a loser. Yeah. You're not who you say you are. And so people that stay in the same small town, I feel like their growth is diminished.
They're limited.
Yeah,
right?
It's limited.
You're limited by the people around you too, right? Like, so me getting to become friends with Jerry Norton helps me to do this better. Helps me to be a better real estate investor. All of those things that I would have never do that with the guys that I was in high school with.
Oh,
they're not going to help me.
No.
They're not going to help, right?
Your hometown, yeah. I mean, I feel like, Robbie, you and I have made friends for life. Even though I'm off the island, we still communicate a lot and encourage each other, and we'll do business still, you know. So I agree. That's been a great thing.
He gave me $1 million check. I mean, what's not to like about this guy?
That's a friend for life that gives you $1 million check. Yeah,
that's true. That checks the box, right? Like,
so I'm sad to have left, and on one hand, but you know, we bought this 30-acre farm in East Tennessee, and we're doing this whole new thing now. So it's on to a new exciting adventure, and we're gonna love that too. And
that's awesome. Yeah. Well, it's good. I'm glad we got to catch up. I'm really happy that it worked out. You told me you were going to be in town for like this short window, and I wasn't really going to be here. I almost missed my flight last night, but I made sure that I didn't, just so that I could come and sit with you.
But I tell people all the time, Robbie, like, if you're in a high tax bracket, you really should consider coming here. Or if you're a real estate investor and you're really looking for a lot of great investment opportunity. Yeah. I've said this before, you and I get criticized for saying it, but it's a gold mine here of opportunity.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And you guys need to connect with Robbie, because he knows I mean, you are my go-to if I need a connection, because you're so well versed on the island and you know everybody and everything that's going on. So like, guys, you should come, stay in the hotel, explore this opportunity here, talk to Robbie. Yeah. You'll be amazed at what kinds of opportunities are here.
You can't unsee it once you come, right? Like we can talk about it, we can show you on a video, but coming to the island and seeing the opportunities, you really do. They're just kind of everywhere.
The way I raise money here for stuff is I tell people, like, You come, I'll spend a whole day with you, I'll show you around, and I promise you'll fall in love with the island. Yeah. And people do.
That's been a
person
successful way that I've raised money as well.
Yeah.
It's been super successful to encourage people to come here as well and live here. We're like, come stay in the hotel for a month and just have a vacation and then see if you don't fall in love with it.
I don't know how you couldn't. It's a beautiful place. And I was stunned that there was a go home gringo thing here. I thought I would come here and everybody would just adore me and love me. And like they do in Mexico where you know, because tourism's so big that they want your money, they want you to come. And so I was really thrown off by that. Yeah. So you have to be ready for that if you do come. Like
I think that happens because of the way our media is set up now. I mean, you talk about fake news, there's this, it's a small but vocal crowd, and I think they're directed and driven to kind of spread that hate.
Yeah.
I think they don't understand, and that's why I think the story is important. And you're not going to brag about the fact that you've created all these jobs for this hotel, but I will. I'll brag for you because I see it. I mean, I know that you came here for Act 60 and it impacted this island. I'm here investing in real estate. I'm not part of Act 60, but just my mindset as a real estate investor, no matter where I go, I want to leave it better off than I am. So I want to employ people with high wages. I want to create beautiful buildings. That's what I really like to do.
And I love too, Robbie, how you have a piece of the story in this building, and you brag about it. You tell people, oh, you got to go check out this hotel project that I sold Jerry, and I see you talk about it often. And it's great to be proud of something, to do something you're proud of. Yeah. And I do a lot of real estate deals, Robbie, and I'm sure you do, where it's just a deal.
Yeah,
it's just
you
numbers.
Forget about it and you're done.
Yeah, I wouldn't even remember the address 3 months later.
Right.
This is something, though, that I feel really proud of creating, because I feel like it's made a real impact in the world.
Yeah.
On the island, maybe not the world, but on the island.
It changed the area. I mean, this building, it increases the look, and then next door you can see that they're going to fix the building up next door. It just kind of expands, right? That's what happens. So that's awesome.
Yeah, once you start fixing up a place, it inspires others to do the same.
Yeah, and this whole corridor where you're at is already going through a revitalization, I would
It's
call
fun.
it.
You walk around, the shops are busy, there's a line out the door, people are coming, and they love it in this area.
They really do.
We're real close to Old San Juan. It's just a great location, too.
We're close to everything. Yeah, it's really great. Well, let's wrap it up. Thanks, Jerry.
Thank you, Robbie.
Man. Always a pleasure to sit down and talk with you and pick your brain.
Thank you for being a stand-up guy, and keep being loud about Puerto Rico. I love that you're doing that on your YouTube channel, because the right people will see that, and that'll attract great things here, I think.
Well, we're not planning to stop. So you guys tune in for the next video, like and subscribe, do all the stuff. God bless.
Thank you.